We are live. Hello, Michael. Thank you.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you so much for coming live this morning. I know you're a busy man and you've got a lot going on with you. So first of all, let's get started. Let's get cracking. Today is about giving some hope and some inspiration to people watching.
Yeah.
Let's do this. So, Gail.
Da-na-na, da-na-na. Rocky.
I'm going to have to try and keep my cool in this because you just make me laugh. So,
Okay.
You're the European Director for GAYLE, and
Yep.
tell us a little bit about what GAYLE is and what's it about.
Well, so GAYLE, we're an LGBT beverage company. We produce beer and cider. And the ultimate thing about GAYLE is social change and supporting our community, as well as making tasty drinks for everyone to enjoy. So,
Lovely. So how's it? I love the t-shirt. I actually would love one. I love a rainbow.
Iffy, I will send you a t-shirt and you'll get a hat as well.
Thank you. Oh, I love the hats too. They're cool. So,
Yeah.
Gail, so we're in lockdown now, and I imagine, but you're going to tell us more, that your business really depends on people going out to nightclubs and buying the beer.
Absolutely. When the government said they were going to shut down the pubs and clubs, we were like, ah! Like we didn't know what to do. Essentially, our business is run on taps and in fridges. So, yeah, it was pretty catastrophic for us. But you know, we're trying. We're not giving up, and I think that's the best thing for businesses. We are still trading in some areas at about 25%, but we're glass not glass half full, not yet. But glass half full. We're still here, which is great.
Fantastic. Well done, darling. Well done. Sorry, that was my son telling me that he's done his maths tutor. So.
Oh, don't worry, I've got my cat running around here.
That is live, isn't it? So, yeah. Knowing that the drinks industry is kind of how can people still get hold of one of these drinks? Have you got it online or?
Absolutely. There we go. Oh, there we go. See, the thing is, yeah, we're online. You can still support the community, still support us by going online and purchasing us. But online really is something that businesses have thought about, and we do just naturally. But we didn't really focus heavily on that. It was very much the on trade, which is the pubs and clubs, and this has really put our focus on to what online's capabilities are and all the different ideas. So we're getting really creative, and it's given us an opportunity just to solely focus on that and improve on that side of the business as well.
Brilliant. So you've really
go to www.gayle.co and you can get a can.
Oh, brilliant. Well, do you know what, Michael? I think it's a really cool brand. I love everything about it. So how does buying one of these drinks support the LGBT community? How does that work?
Okay, so GAYLE was born through the Yes vote in Australia for marriage equality. The idea was, let's create a fantastic drink to celebrate marriage equality. So the idea behind GAYLE is always an advocate for social change. It is. So supporting us, essentially, with the flag, which is a protest, is to say we want equality for everybody, because everybody deserves equality, because we're all human and we're all the same. And it's about unity and bringing together, as well as having as much fun as we can along the way. If there's any community that knows how to have fun and party, that is the LGBT community.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
A little bit sassy in the morning, sorry.
I love it. You've got so much energy, and when we look at the business side of things, your business is built on trying to help people and, like you said, a social change. And currently, all the people who would normally be coming together in these communities and supporting one another are all now isolated. So how's that affecting? How do you think that's affecting your audience or your target market of people?
You see, the LGBT community have faced so many hardships that we're built to deal with these type of things, and we come together so amazingly. And if you look online right now, with all the podcasts and just people coming together, and they're really supporting each other. And when COVID-19 started, we tried to support as many of the bars as possible, and just basically just reaching out and letting everybody know that we're here. If you need to talk, you're not alone. And I think our community has done amazingly, especially some of the figureheads from the magazines and some of the influencers. They've really pulled together and championed. So we're just trying to echo that, and just be a presence, because I feel just being there and people seeing that we're still posting, we're still doing things, that gives a little bit of hope that yes, we're going to get out of this, and there are businesses that are staying afloat as much as we can, and just having a presence, I think, really.
I love that. So for when lockdown is over, whenever that might be, what are your plans?
My plans?
Yeah, what are your plans?
My plans is to party. No, it isn't to party. It's to go and hug all the people that I want to go and hug and just chill. Do you know what? COVID-19 has really made me evaluate everything, like family and stuff like that. So there are some people that I need to go and see. And I just want to go to John the Unicorn in Peckham, which was our very first pub, by the way.
Yeah, sorry?
John the Unicorn in Peckham.
Yeah.
They were the very first pub that took us on board and supported us. I see this as our sister. I just want to go down to John the Unicorn, stand by the bar, have a pint off the tap, and just breathe and say, yes, we're back.
Yeah, that would be so good. It might mean that people are like standing not too close to you at the bar.
Wishful thinking, obviously, with all social distancing. But you asked me what I want to do. Is what I can do is probably not what I want to do.
I think that's doable, but what do you think about the future of clubbing? Like, if you were to project forward, what would you say that's going to look like? Are people going to be dancing in their own little squares?
Well, you do have like house parties. Do you know what? You have the silent disco, so it wouldn't surprise me if some other contraption is made for like pods or something like that. But it is a precarious situation at the moment, and I'm not going to lie to you, I'm going to be honest that I am a little bit worried, because a lot of these bars and clubs, they depend on cash flow. They do, and fingers crossed we don't see this. And the government have really tried to do the furlough thing to try and keep businesses afloat, but we will see businesses closing, because before this, pubs were closing left, right, and centre, and especially with the LGBT community. A third of pubs over the decade and venues have gone. So this is only going to amplify that. So I feel that after this, when we can get into the pubs and clubs, it's going to take all of us to get out and support these pubs and clubs, because I love when I'm in London on a Friday night, especially in the summer, when you can just go to the beer garden or stand outside of a pub. These are parts of our communities. This is what our spirits do. Yeah. So there's going to be lots of changes, but I believe all the pub owners and stuff like that, they're going to take precaution. They want us back. They're not going to risk anybody getting ill, but we need to try and work it in a way that they do come back, because they are a much needed part of our community. Because if you look at the LGBT venues, they're a safe space for many of us. I knew when I knew what an LGBT venue is with the rainbow flag, that was a place that I belonged. So they are needed within our community. There's lots of people, so.
Yeah, no, definitely. I totally agree. And I think it's just wonderful that you've created this community that supports as well the community while you're still having fun and being able to socialize and mingle. So I think GAYLE's a great company, and I definitely want a t-shirt. I don't know how I'm going to get a hat on this, but I would love a t-shirt.
We have it in white as well. So the black one represents our ale. And we do have a cider, but unfortunately with COVID-19, our cider is produced in Australia, and there's no one, the Australian government has sent a lot of people home, so there's no one actually to pick the apples. So there are testing times. There's parts of our business that we can't run. It would take Thailand as well, and that's a blanket ban, so we can't sell anything there. But yeah, we're trying to do as much as we can, and so we do. Sorry, get back. We do have a cider, which is the white t-shirt. So I'll get you a white t-shirt and a black t-shirt.
Thank you so much. And just tell us, just because we're talking about beer and we're talking about a speciality beer, I suppose, isn't it? I don't know, because you get specialty coffees with like caramel and stuff. This is like tasty beer. Can you just describe, because obviously we can't drink it through the laptop, but describe what it tastes like and what.
Okay, so basically, not being biased by any chance. So this is very refreshing. I find like lots of lager, it can be quite heavy on your stomach, so it's quite sessionable. It's something that's light, summery, it's got passion fruit aroma, and it's just tasty. It is.
I want to see what it looks like inside.
Okay, so I'm really sorry, I haven't got, this is what we had earlier, like Blue Peter, so it might go. Okay. Oh, no, in the camera, there we go. There we go. Okay, so I do not advocate drink before 12 o'clock, just saying.
In lockdown.
And by the way, this is vegan and gluten-free as well.
Is it? Wow.
Well, you see how Iffy got excited about that.
With loads of allergies. I know he's 7 and won't be drinking right now, but it's nice to know that it's vegan and that it's gluten-free, because I'm all about that. So yes, let's have it.
Yeah, definitely. So
the anticipation, Michael.
There we go. So light, fruity, passion fruity aromas, and sessionable. It is. Our cans are fantastic as well because it has our message on the side, and our tagline is "Love is love, yes to equality, and brewed with love." It is. So it
love,
smells.
love and yes to equality. Okay, you're gonna have a sip before midday. Woohoo, go you.
Lovely, absolutely lovely. I do recommend it. Nice, ice cold. It's a nice. We can drink it anywhere really, but it's all about sharing a drink with your friends, and we can share it over Zoom until we can meet each other. So.
Yeah, I love that. And so if people order it, when I know you were saying before that there's a bit of a delay, so if people order the drink and go online, how long will it be until they get it in their homes, do you reckon?
Okay, so so you can order. So basically, you'd find a lot of alcohol companies have kind of sold out quite a lot, quite quickly, because people can't access shops. So we are waiting for a new stock. So we'll be stocked again on the 19th. But put your details down. You get a nice 10% discount, and we can get to you within, I think, the 5 working days. Don't hold me to that. Okay, don't quote me, because as you can see, it's a bit testing times with delivery, so we hope to get it as soon as possible. But until then, you're more than welcome to follow us on Instagram and keep in that kind of GAYLE moment until you get your can and enjoy it. And cheers to equality.
Cheers to equality.
And cheers to love without restrictions.
Sorry?
Cheers to love without restrictions.
Yeah, cheers to love without restrictions. I like that. Thank you so much for being on today. It's been a pleasure, and it sounds like you've got a very busy, intense job with big responsibilities, but it's nice to see you happy and smiley and upbeat and going for it, and that's what we do.
I just want to say before I go, GAYLE, we support the Albert Kennedy Trust. If we weren't supporting a charity within our community, we wouldn't be doing the right thing. So everything we do is to let you know, Albert Kennedy Trust, they're a charity for homeless youths, and there are many 25% of homeless youths in this country identify as LGBT. And
hold on, slow down. Did you say 25% of homeless youths identify as being part of the LGBT community?
Yeah, that's massive, Iffy. It's massive. And the reason why they're homeless is that many of these young youths, when they come out, their parents reject them, and they're homeless. So it just breaks my heart. So I remember when I come out, it was difficult, and to feel like if my family rejected me, it was hard as it was, and they were very good. I was very lucky. I still had a hard time, but compared to these people, no. So when we just sat down and decided what charities we wanted to support, it was just anonymous. It was the Albert Kennedy Trust. It's just these kids need help and they need support, and homelessness in generally in a country like this is terrible. We shouldn't have no homeless people. So yeah, we support Albert Kennedy Trust. So anybody out there, if you can go onto Albert Kennedy Trust's website and try and do is donate, try and do as much as you can, because they really need some help. And they're a fantastic charity, and they're so selfless, and they do so much great work up and down the country. So yeah.
Wow, well, I'll put that in the link below, the Albert Kennedy Trust. I'm still a little bit shocked. So just to clarify, so if you're under 18 and you come out,
so it's 16 to 24.
16 to 24.
Yeah, 16. So youth and young adults, and if you come out, well, 16 to 24 is a higher age bracket. But if you come out and you find yourself homeless, there is options out there for you, for support.
How could anybody just abandon their child?
I can tell you the horror stories our community have to go through, and this isn't nothing. This is the homeless youth. I don't even want to tap on Black trans women and the horrors that they go through around the world. It's disgusting what happens to our community, and this is just one of many. Prejudice and ignorance is rife, but what we try and do every day is try and educate people and just try and make awareness out there as well as having fun and being a cool brand. There is a deeper meaning to what we do, and this is an advocate for social change, and this is why it's here. So GAYLE's not just a gay beer; it's an advocate for social change, and if we can all support and help people that are less fortunate than us, then I'm not telling anyone what to do. I'm just saying this is what we're doing, and if we all do it as well, these youths might have a fighting chance.
I think that's beautiful, because I always say if ever there's lightness, it's always come from darkness. I think that on the outside, this company looks absolutely fiercely cool, fun, and happy, but you've come from a place of darkness where you're trying to enlighten other people on your journey.
Well, absolutely. Well, it was born through the marriage equality in Australia. So the fact that we had to produce a drink to support having the same equal rights, that's just proof of why companies like ourselves need to be around. And also with GAYLE as well, we do predominantly market ourselves to an LGBT audience. That's not to say that it's just for LGBT people, because if you take Pride, London Pride, there's 1.5 million people there, and they're straight. There's a mixture of people, so it is for everybody. But if you look at the beer industry, they haven't really advertised to the LGBT community or even women for a long time. So we do feel like we're filling in a gap through that. So there's lots of factors of why a brand like us is needed within the community. It's diversity, it's diversifying the beer market, it's advocating for change, it's demanding for a better life for everybody else, and saying that, hey, we're here as well, and we can produce fantastic beverages that support our community.
Love it. Thank you so much, Michael. I'm really, really pleased to get the opportunity to interview. Now you carry on and kill it today. Have a great, productive day. Thank you for being on the call. You got this.
Definitely. And I'll say cheers.
Cheers.
Okay, see you later.
Bye.
Bye.